Hello, people of the internet. My name is Preston, and I am the programmer here at Leafy Games.
And I'm George, the artist.
We have had a little bit of radio silence over the past week or two. We took a little bit of time off to see some family and re-energize ourselves. And today we are releasing 0.49 D2. We've been working on some fixes for some of the more problematic bugs that you guys have reported. And we've also made some improvements to ship and turret networking, trying to improve the accuracy of the how the sync is done. So hopefully you guys notice some improvements in that area. Well, we still have more to do, of course, but I think it's a step in the right direction. So we hope you guys enjoy the fixes and looking forward to your feedback. We also are announcing that the next process for the community hub is starting. We're going to start the voting for the layout.
Alright, so about 2 weeks ago, you guys voted on the general direction for the community designed hub, and what came out on top was a nifty idea called Cornelius Station. This station, if you aren't familiar with it, is simply a large station that is more or less built with old ship parts and ships. So it's very, from my understanding, it's very messy, very disorganized, asymmetrical, and potentially even unsafe. So with those in mind, I spent the last day and a half or so building some really basic blockouts with some of the ideas that I had. And as you can see, they're probably being shown right now. Some things to keep in mind when looking at these layouts is the colored gradient that you see is not necessarily indicative of what the color would look like in the game. It's simply to help demonstrate the depth, because a lot of these are vertical in nature, and it's a little better than just looking at gray blocks anyways. Also, the red colored cubes represent the size of players or NPCs of that nature, to help give people an understanding of how big certain rooms are, and that sort of idea, to help tell the scale. So as you can see, I built there's 4 layouts that I built. So very simple, just using blocks. They're not even really playable. They're just there to help get ideas down and move on from there. Another thing to just keep in mind, the layout of the rooms and the proportions and the amount of things here and there, that's completely up for debate and iteration as we actually start building the in-game version of whichever one is chosen. So just keep that in mind. Nothing is set in stone. If you don't like the location of a certain room, don't worry about it. It probably won't even be there in the future. So with that in mind, how to vote. There's 4 choices so far that I built, and basically we'll have voting guidelines in the description of this video if you want a text version of all this stuff. There's 4. There are just labeled 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can see it in the video. And to vote, you simply just email team@leafygames.com like you did with the previous vote, and just put the number 1, 2, 3, or 4. And the off chance that none of you, one of you doesn't like any of the layouts, you can just say none, or maybe even 5 or something like that. And if that wins, then we'll figure out what to do from there and potentially build more layouts or something of that nature. So you're not necessarily stuck to these 4 if none of them are piquing your interest. So with that being said, there's about we're going to leave these polls open for a week. So remember to vote. I think that's about it for this. Enjoy.
So while you are checking out the layouts, I just wanted to mention a few things. First of all, the voting process will be the same as last time, which will be 1 week from today. And we'll be releasing a video when that concludes, announcing the results and all that. So in addition, I just wanted to quickly mention some of our core features for pre-beta 1, which our core features are a basic version of a mission system. So you can, sort of like quests, you can accept a mission from certain people, and then you'll get certain objectives that you can complete for certain rewards. it's relatively straightforward, but we wanted to get, we felt it was time to get a basic system in. And then also we are planning on implementing a basic version of the chaos system. So again, these are both going to happen in pre-beta 1, and we're not ready to give any specific timing for when that might be coming out. We're just going to work as hard as we can and get it out when it's ready.
That's it from us. We hope you enjoy the update as well as the layouts. Please remember to vote if that is something that interests you. Have a good one, guys. Bye.
Bye, guys.